Welcome to another 60-second pit tip. So today we're going to talk about what is the brake fluid reservoir and why it seems to go down over time. The answer coming up. So if you've ever looked under the hood of your vehicle and seen this reservoir and wondered really what it is and why it seems to go down over time, well, this is your brake fluid reservoir. This is the specific fluid that's in your braking system. That fluid moves as soon as you hit your brake pedal, transferring from one end of the vehicle to another end of the vehicle. Now, if a customer asks us to fill the brake fluid reservoir, our first question typically to them is the system leaking? Now, most of the times when we're asking them that question, they look a little confused because they're wondering why that fluid's going down. And that fluid, if it's not leaking, it's not leaving the vehicle, it's just transferring from one location to another. And that fluid going down over time is just a simple operation of that system. So let me explain. When you push your foot onto that brake pedal, fluid is transferred from that reservoir through your system to the brake calipers in most cases, sometimes the rear wheel cylinders. But once that pressure is applied and it goes into those calipers are going to press the brake pads into the brake rotors, which is what stops the vehicle. Now, after years and miles of using that brake pedal, that fluid is continually going down to those calipers and slowly pressing them further and further in because those brake pads are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So the calipers themselves are filling up with more of that fluid as the brake pads are getting thinner and thinner. So that fluid hasn't been lost, it's been relocated to typically the brake calipers because of those thin pads. So in the case when you're seeing a low reservoir, it's just typically an indication that those brake pads need to be inspected because they are getting thinner and thinner. Now, once a new brake job or a new brake pad system is performed, those calipers are pushed back in to allow for new, larger, thicker pads to go in the place of the thin ones. So that fluid is going to go back through that system, back up into the reservoir. If you have any questions on this subject, go ahead and leave us a comment below and we'll try to answer as many as we can. Like this video because it definitely helps the channel. Subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. Follow us on Facebook or our website, pitstopcarcare.com.